Do you want to live your best life? Do you want to get rid of bad and remove bad things in your life? Then watch this video and know 10 things to eliminate from your life right now. Most people think that they need to do more and more in order to live a great life. But the opposite is true. You need less toxic things in your life. And once you remove these 10 things, you will instantly notice how your life gets better. Number 1. Thinking about the past. A lot of people live in the past. They don't realize that the past is gone and it will never come back. Listen, man, the only reason to go back to the past is if there's lessons to be learned, but after learning those lessons, it's time to move on and focus on the future. The moment that matters to our lives the most is now, and only a stupid would let the present moment go to waste. I know it sounds cliche, but there's nothing you can change about the past. It's already over. The only time you can do something about and change for the better is right now. Number 2, feeling guilty. There is nothing more pathetic than a man who feels sorry for himself. I understand that life can be very hard, but no matter what you are going through, no matter your story, a man can't feel sorry for himself, because feeling sorry for ourselves only makes us weaker. It gives us excuses to fail, and nothing good ever comes from it. Always remind yourself that there are many successful people out there who had it worse than you. They didn't become successful by complaining or by having a victim mindset, but by using their pain and pushing forward. So instead of feeling sorry for yourself, use your pain and rise to the top. Number 3, comparing yourself with others. Most people constantly compare themselves to others, and that's why they stay miserable. Listen, comparing ourselves to others is a natural tendency, but it can quickly become an unhealthy habit. Why? Because instead of focusing on our own growth and achievements, we can become fixated on what others are doing and how they're doing it. This type of comparison is not only unproductive, but it can also lead to feelings of inadequacy. We must recognize that everyone's journey is unique, and what works for someone else may not work for us. We all have different journeys and paths in life, and it's important to remember that each person's journey is unique. Instead of constantly comparing yourself to others, focus on your own journey and purpose. Now, I want to emphasize that there's nothing wrong with comparison. If you're in competition against another man, but if you're not competing, don't compare yourself to others. Comparison is a thief of joy, and it only serves to bring unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction in your life. Embrace your own strengths and talents and strive to be the best version of yourself. Remember that success and happiness are not measured by how you stack up against others, but by how fulfilled and content you are with your own accomplishments. So let go of the urge to compare and instead focus on your own personal growth. Number 4, waiting for the perfect moment. Most people wait for the perfect moment for everything. The perfect moment to start a new business, the perfect moment to start having kids with their wife, the perfect moment to break a habit. Guess what? The perfect moment never comes. It doesn't exist. So just do what you need to do instead of procrastinating. Number 5, social media addiction. Social media is a double-edged sword. You can learn a lot, make a lot of money, and improve your life massively with it, but you can also get sucked in and lose yourself in it. Most people don't consciously use social media. They scroll and constantly watch the stories of other people, and that's why their mental health suffers. Listen, when we scroll through these digital stories, we compare our tough moments with other people's moments of highlight. This makes us feel dissatisfied and jealous. Do you see how it can be harmful? So it's important to limit how much time we spend on social media. Think of it like visiting a library with a specific purpose. Go in, find what you need, whether it's connection, inspiration, or information, and then leave to focus on your own life. Personally, I have specific times during the day where I'm not allowed to go on social media. These are times where I do deep work, train, or spend time with loved ones. And when I am allowed to check social media, I ask myself, am I looking for something useful here, or am I just wasting time? When you ask yourself why you're using social media, it helps you tell if you're using it productively or just scrolling without a purpose. Lastly, if you find yourself feeling down after using these platforms, take a break. Use the time to do things you enjoy in the real world, like reading a book, doing a hobby, or simply enjoying nature. By doing these things, you not only protect your mental health, but also rediscover the beauty of your own story without always comparing it to others. Number 6. Let them go. The first thing that you need to eliminate from your life is toxic people, be it in the realm of friendship or romance. Everyone knows that you become the people you spend the most time with, and yet most people don't know how to end bad relationships. They feel obligated to stay in contact with people even if it hurts them. Listen, no matter how great of a time you once had with a person, times change. Sometimes a chapter of those people in your life is finished, and you need to see that for what it is. It doesn't matter whether you've known them for 10 years. If a person hinders your life, causes you pain, or stops you from growing, they need to go. Cut them out of your life out of loyalty to yourself. And you don't owe anyone an explanation. In fact, it's important to end these relationships without telling everyone, because when you keep these matters private, you not only preserve the dignity of all involved, but it also helps you with acceptance and healing. So self-reflect and deal with the issues internally instead of listening to everyone's opinion. Number 7. Self-doubt. Whenever we chase our goals, there comes a point where self-doubt kicks in. This self-doubt can destroy our confidence and keep us further and further away from accomplishing our goals. Now, most motivational people will tell you to just keep believing in yourself, but that really doesn't help when your self-doubt is strong. I have found that the best way to get rid of self-doubt is to recognize that often that self-doubt is justified. Think about it. If you set the goal to become a millionaire but you've never made $1 million before, it's only natural to feel self-doubt. You don't possess the skills to make $1 million, otherwise you would have done so already. So instead of forcing yourself to keep believing in yourself to the point of delusion, I want you to look at you and your goal objectively. Picture a 2.0 version of yourself that has already accomplished this goal, and then ask yourself, how is he able to do it? What capabilities does this 2.0 version of yourself have? List them down. Those capabilities are what you need in order to remove self-doubt and achieve your goal. So chase the 2.0 version of yourself until you become him. That's the best way to deal with self-doubt. Number 8. Gossiping. We live in times where men gossip more than little girls. And it may seem innocent, but gossiping is quite dark. Think about it. When you speak badly of another person, you are effectively assassinating him. You may not be assassinating him in the physical sense by taking his life, but you are assassinating his character. Assassinating someone's character creates negative perceptions by those around them who often accept the gossip they have heard as truth. On top of that, negative words spread like wildfire. As basic as this sounds, before speaking about someone, just ask yourself, "What I want this to be said about me?" If the answer is no, keep your mouth shut. Even when all others around you are gossiping, do not join them. Instead, surround yourself with people who value positivity and authenticity in interactions. Together, you can create a culture of respectful and productive conversations, which will help you level up in life. Number 9. Let go of resentment. A lot of people hold grudges in their heart without even knowing it. Whether it's against other people or something that happened to them, they have a form of hatred deep inside their heart, and this keeps them from true inner peace. Now, I understand what it's like to have that resentment. I've hated myself for a long time, so I'm not judging anyone for using it. After all, hate can be a powerful source of energy to get to your goals, but at the end of the day, hatred corrupts the soul. You can't carry on hating your heart for too long or it will consume you. So after using your resentment and hate in a productive way, you must learn to let it go. Learn to forgive others, not in favor of others, but as a gift to yourself. Forgiveness is the real key to inner peace and happiness. Number 10. Don't take yourself too seriously. When it comes to your goals, you should be very disciplined and serious. But there are also times to laugh and enjoy the journey. Laughing is healthy and it removes stress. The joy also makes you feel more energized and loose, which can help you get to your goals. Now, there may be periods where you are extremely serious and disciplined, and that is fine. But don't turn into a self-improvement dork that takes himself so seriously. He forgets to enjoy life. If you want to level up in your life, then subscribe to How Talks and turn on notification bell to get updates. See you soon.